Somebody once told me the world gonna roll me. I ain't the chocolate tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and thumb with in the shape of an L on her forehead. Hi, and welcome to my Shrek movie review. So, um, Shrek was directed by Andrew Adamson and Vicky Jensen, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz. Um, Release date May 18, 2001. Running time 90 minutes. Budget 60 million. Box office 487.9 million. Um, Rated PG. Rotten Tomato gave it 88% on the critic on Rotten Tomatoes. The audience on Rotten Tomato gave it 90%. Okay? Now, uh, so I told you the other day while I was doing my regular toaster theory reviews that after I review those, I'm going to review the Shrek movie. And here my Shrek movie that I bought. So, couple months ago, I was buying a bunch of anime movies and collecting a bunch of anime movies to add to my anime / cartoon movie collection. And the reason why I bought the Shrek movie is because I found out that this year, a couple months ago, I found out that the original Shrek movie this year turned 20 years old. Okay? And uh, I never seen the Shrek movie or the Puss in Boots. I think the original one, the first one, that turned 20 years old. This year is the 20th anniversary. I think like one or two times back in the early 2000s. Cause when someone said Shrek, I know, when someone mentioned Shrek, I know the little green guy, and the talking donkey, with Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy. So I did see it one or two times back in the early 2000s. That's it. The other sequel and spin-off Puss in Boots, never seen it. But so now I got them, and like I said, I'm gonna review them for y'all and rank them for y'all from worst to best. And the rumors there for a while that they're coming out with either like a remake or reboot or another sequel of Shrek 5. But let me know in the comment section below. Are y'all excited for Shrek 5 or remake or whatever or for another one? And do y'all want another one? And also go ahead and tell me which one is your favorite. And also tell me which one you think is the best, and which one is your favorite, and which one you think is the worst one. Okay? Well, I won't tell you that until I do my ranking video from worst to best of the Shrek movie. I remember back in the early 2000s when I watched it one, two times, few times I seen it, and then I forgot about it. I did like it, remember liking it. I got to say something about the Shrek movie, the original one. If you're a diehard Shrek movie fan, you got to know about this. Okay, and even though I didn't grow up with a Shrek movie or watch it like a million times, I just seen the original one like 1 or 2 times. That's it. But I do know something that was very important that I think every Shrek fan should know. I'm gonna read it to you. Um, Chris Farley, the famous uh, Saturday, Saturday Night Live actor, the one that does the live in the van down by the river. Um, and he was in movies like Tommy Boy, Beverly Hill Ninja, Black Sheep, Tommy Boy, and Saturday Night Live. Chris Farley was originally cast as uh, voice for Shrek, and um, so what I heard throughout the years, uh, over the years that uh, he filmed half of the movie voicing Shrek, and then he died, so they brought in Mike Myers. Okay, so originally Shrek was gonna be voiced by Chris Farley, and then he died halfway through the movie when he was voicing it. So that's what I heard. But that's what it said. It said Chris Farley, um, Shrek at 20, Chris Farley, dead board filmmaker to cat Mike Myers at Green Ore. Um, it says Chris Farley last movie credit in the Western comedy Almost Heroes, 1998 with Matthew Perry, but he technically had one more movie in that can at the time of his death, and it will become one of the biggest animated films of all time. Farley was originally cast as the uh, particularly Green Orange in the 2001 blockbuster Shrek, which arrived in theaters 20 years ago on May 18, 2001. Um, Originally, the Shrek character was a little bit more like Chris, like a humble, bumbly, innocent guy saved Kevin. At the time of our interview, Kevin Farley told us he had never gotten to hear the audio Chris tape track but remained locked in the Greenwood vault. So, um, uh, yeah. So I don't know how Shrek would have been made or down with Chris Farley, but I already knew that. My whole life I knew that Shrek was originally to be voiced by Chris Farley, and then halfway through the movie he died, and they brought in Mike Myers. Okay, I like Chris Farley. He was the funniest guy I ever watched in movies and all kind of life. Mike Myers, funny as well. Um, Now back to the movie. Um, I think most people like the movie. This is one of the movies that I think is popular. The original movie is popular because of the soundtrack, the music. Everyone loved the music in the movie. I didn't look it up, but I think the soundtrack is phenomenal. The music, All Star, and even the cover version of I'm a Believer. I imagine the people that went and people that grew up with the movie or watched the movie and listened to the cover version of I'm a Believer in the movie. with the original version was the monkey. If I went and look up the original version, which was the monkey version, I am a believer. So to me, this was probably the reason why a lot of people like it movie. Had a good soundtrack, a lot of good music in the movie. Now, is that the only reason why the movie good? No. Uh, to me, the best part of the movie is Donkey. He's funny. He always cracking jokes. Um, I like another good thing I like about this movie is I like the journey and the chemistry between the adventure and the chemistry between Shrek and the donkey at their quest to save Fiona from the dragon. Okay, and as they go to the capital, Donkey, the Crack Joe, and Shrek don't like the donkey. He wants to go away, and eventually he becomes friends with the donkey. And and along the way, like I said, he's a crack joke and funny. If it if the movie was just Shrek by himself, the movie wouldn't be good. It would be boring. So the donkey would make the movie good and keep you laughing, and also the music in the movie, All Star, I'm a Believer. Um, the only thing I don't like about this movie, if I had to pick a negative, is when they make fun of Farquhar. When he's short, how short he is. That'd be like making fun of Yoda, how short Yoda is. Do you judge me by my thigh? Do you not? You know. And there's some there's some twist stuff that happen in the movie that you do not see coming, like when Fiona turned into an ogre, um, and then Shrek falls in love with Fiona, and they have a little remote. You see them kind of like falling in love with each other, and Donkey sees it. Um, so to me, this is one of the early. This is a classic early uh, 2000 movie and never get old. Uh, so um, so we'll see how the other one lived up to it. Uh, I know I didn't really talk about the plot, so real quick I'll talk about the plot. The plot is um, like these people um, land on his doorstep, or he lands, Trent live in a swamp, and and he said, "Where y'all come from? And why y'all can't get off my land?" Basically, and he said, "Well, 'cause, Lord Farquhar, uh, and Lord Farquhar is a king, and he's not really a king, but he wants to be a king. And the only way Lord Farquhar um, to become a king, is he had to marry a prince, a princess, marry a princess, and so he have a contest, and the winner was Shrek. So he told Shrek, well, I'll make you a deal. You bring me back Fiona and slay the dragon and bring me back Fiona, and then I'll uh, give you back to your swamp and let the people go back to where they came from. And then the reason why he wants Fiona, so he can marry Fiona and he become a king. And and you know what happened when he saved Fiona, when he go inside to rescue her, he wearing a helmet and he don't want to take it off because like, throughout the movie everybody hates the ogre, think he's an ugly monster, and want to kill him, or want him to run away, or they run away. Oh, an ugly green monster, run away, or let's kill him, or let's put him on fire. That's why he wants to live alone. And Donkey, voiced by Eddie Murphy, say, hey, when I put doll you, I didn't think you were ugly. I want to be friends. Basically, that way, Donkey said. And Fiona want Trek to take his helmet off, and so she can see the person that rescued her, and so she can kiss uh, her Prince Charming. Okay, and then eventually, Lord Farquaad come after like a minute later. Lord Farquaad come take Fiona, and they have a wedding, and then Donkey said, well, what you heard that night, when she wasn't talking about you, she was talking about herself, and then they have plans to stop the wedding, and then they break up the wedding, and then they get married, Trek and Fiona. Okay, and then the movie ends. Okay, and the dragon eat when they break up the wedding, the dragon eats the Lord Farquaad, and it's all good. And so I think this is a early 2000 classic anime movie. Um, so I will give Trek uh, an A plus. Okay. Um, I like movie. I like I like movie where the main character go on an adventure, like when they go on an adventure like from like there, and then they go way over here, and like, wow, that dumb journey, dumb adventure, and they have that dumb person with them, or some person trying to follow them, or they want to be with them, and they don't like them, and then eventually, toward the end of the movie or the middle of the movie, they eventually become friends with them. I, I, I like movies like that. And what happened in the movie? They went on an adventure with his dog through the castle, through here, and through the middle of the movie, he eventually becomes friends with the donkey. I like movies like that. There are a lot of movies like that you can find where the main character went on a lot of adventures. That's one of the reasons why I like the Spy Who Loved Me, the James Bond movie, because he goes from he goes from uh, Egypt to under the ocean. Yeah, Um, so yeah, so Shrek is good, a classic. Um, so let me know in the comment section below. Do you think if they a early 2000 classic animated movie, or you don't like it? Which one is your favorite? And what grade would you give it? And let me know in the comment section below. And if you're new to my channel, hit the like button. Thank you.